Correction is defined as the community reaction to convicted offender. It's deal with the branch of criminal justice charged with the responsibility of custody, supervision, and rehabilitation of convict. Correctional institutions are basically the responsibility of Bureau of Prison under the DOJ and the BGMP under the ILG. The Bureau of Prison is headed by the Director. Number 1, the New Bilibid Prison in Muntinlupa City is the main insular penitentiary designed to house the prison of population of the Philippines. It is maintained by the Bureau of Correction under the Philippines Department of Justice. Number 2 is CIW in the Mandaluyong City. The Correctional Institution for Women is a women prison located in Mandaluyong, Metro Manila, Philippines. The prison first by the Bureau of Correction. The first opened on 18 hectares 44 acre property on February 14, 1931. Iwahig Prison and Penal Farm in Palawan is one of 7 operating units of the Bureau of Correction. Number 4, Sablayan Prison Penal Farm, Occidental Mindoro. Nearer to Manila than other penal colonies, the Sablayan Penal Colony is located in Occidental Mindoro and relatively new, established on September 26, 1954 by virtue of Presidential Proclamation Number 72. The penal colony has a total land area of approximately 16,190 hectares. San Ramon Prison and Penal Farm in Zamboanga. The Penal Farm of San Ramon is situated the province of Zamboanga on the southern tips large island Mindanao. It covers of area of 1,160 hectares. Leyte Regional Prison in Leyte, the youngest among the Bureau of Correction penal colonies, was created by virtue of Number 28 and was established of January 16, 1973 under presidential decree. Number 7, Davao Prison and Penal Farm in Davao. Formerly, the Davao Penal Colony was established January 9, 1932 in Panabo City, Davao del Norte. It has an island area of 30,000 hectares. Purpose of correction: punishment, punitive action to inflict penalty which is productive of suffering without affecting the integrity of the human personality. Number 2, isolation to segregate or separate the offender from the community. Number 3, deterrence empire bar that will be violator in the commission of crime. Number 4, rehabilitation, reformation, and treatment of alignment of offender to restore in his normal institution and good condition. Number 5, reintegration, the processing of the prison after serving his sentence, try into community from correction institution. Early history of punishment. Number 1, early Greece and Rome. A. Most common state administrated punishment was banishment and exile. B. Economy punishment such as pence for such crime as assault on self, arson, or house breaking. Number 2, middle 5 to 15th century. A blood feud were the norms. B. In government not responsible for conflict. Number 3, 11th century found the feudal periods. A. Penal system punishment obtained constated payment to feudal lord. Number B. Goals public order pacifying the injured. C. Corporal punishment for poor who can't pay. Number 15th century. A or urbanization and industrialization use torture in mutilations showed and punishment began to be more monetary based. B. Use of gallery slave ship rowers. C. Ship inmates to American colonies. Number 5, 1700 century. Early in 1800 century. Increase in prison population. A. B. Gap between rich and poor widens. C. Physicality of punishment increases. Goals of punishment. Number 1, general deterrence. The state tries to convince potential criminals that punishment they face is centering, swift, and service so that they will be afraid to commitment on an offense. 2. Pacific deterrence, convincing offender that pains of punishment great than the benefits of crimes, so they will not repeat their criminal offending. Number 3, incapacitation. If dangerous criminals are kept behind bars, they will not be able to repeat the legal activities. Retribution, justice, desert. Punishment should be no more are less than the offender action deserve it most based on how blameworthy the person. 5. Equality restitution convicted criminal must pay back the victims for the loss the justice system for the cost of processing their case and society for distru- destruction they may have caused. 6. Rehabilitation if proper treatment is applied. An offender will present no further further threat to society. Diversion. Criminal diverted into community correctional program for treatment to avoid stigma on incarceration. The convicted offender might be asked to make payment to crime victim, participate in community-based program that future counseling. Number 8. Restorative justice. Repair injuries suffered by the victims and community while ensuring reintegration of the offender turns the justice system into healing process rather than a distributor of retribution and revenge. General classification inmates. Sentenced person are those who are convicted by final justice on the crime charged against him. 2. Detention prisoner are those persons who are detained for the violation of law or ordinance and has not yet convicted. Basic goal of correction person in jail to segregate from society person who by theirs have proven themselves dangerous to society. Number 2, to strive at the correction of the prisoner with the hope that upon their returns to society they shall be able to lead normal, well-adjusted, self-supporting and useful lives as a good and law-binding citizen. Jail as institution for the confinement of persons who are waiting final disposition of their criminal case and also for service of convicted punished with certain sentence, usually up to 3 years. Types of jail: lock-up jail. It's security facility for temporary detention of person held for investigation or waiting preliminary hearing. Number 2, ordinary jail house for both offender awaiting court action, those serving short sentences with contractive work programs. 3. Workhouse jail house minimum custody offenders serving short sentences with contractive Works Program. Safekeeping is the temporary custody of a person, a detention of person for his own protection or care to secure him from harm, injury, or, or danger. Classification sentences. Prisoner. Number 1. Solar prisoner is a person who sentenced to serve prison to 3 years of over 3 years. 2. Prison provincial is a prisoner who sentences serves not more than 3 years. Municipal prisoner is sentenced to serve below 6 months. Punishment is the implication of some sort of pain. The offender for violating the law or is an instrumental use of one man for the benefits of other men. Justification of punishment. Retribution. This was primitive for inflicting punishment by way of personal vengeance. Number 2, autonomy. Explain this similar to retribution wherein the penalty is commensurate with the gravity of the offense. Hence, it was described as from a group vengeance. Number 3, deterrence. Base believe that offender punish and effective with suffering would learn the lesson the hard. Protection regarded as a social defense wherein the society would gains protection by putting criminals behind bars. Reformation. It operates by attempt to reform by reliability to violator to be responsible upon returns. Pardons is a act grace clemency by the chief exclusive given after conviction which exempt the offender from suffering criminal liability. Commutation. It is change made by the president of court decision by reducing the degree of penalty imposed by the court. Parole. It is the suspension of sentences of convict after serving the minimum terms of indeterminate penalty without granting pardon. Probation as disposition after which the defendant after conviction and sentences is released subject to the condition imposed by the court and to supervision of probation officer. Good time conduct allowance which are deduction to the terms of imprisonment due to the convict's exceptional and good behavior while prison. Number 1, during 1 to 2 years, 5 days, months. during 3 to 5 years, 8 days, and months during 6 to 10 years, 10 days, months, 11 years, and on 15 days, months. Special time allowance for loyalty deduction 1 and 5 of period of his sentences after the convicts give himself up to authorities within 48 hours following the passing calamities catastrophe. Correction Bureau of Correction BUCOR, the acronym. Parole and Probation Administration PPA, Board of Pardon and Parole BPP, Bureau of Jail Management and Penology BGMP, Province Rehabilitation Center PRC DILG, City Municipality Rehabilitation Center C-MRC BGMP, Regional Youth Rehabilitation Center RYRC DSWD,